Hello and welcome to the second one of the newspaper breakdowns that I'm doing. Today we have the Eye, which is either Russian owned or Saudi owned or both. Yet it's still considered one of the left leaning papers. I don't necessarily agree with that, as with all the majority of our media. It's owned by dodgy billionaires trying to, I wouldn't say control, gently sway us into putting things into good ways. Anyway, main front page. Truss faces showdown with rebels. Which is going to be continual, isn't it? Every day is going to be something about Liz Truss, who at the moment seems to have all of the power of fucking Baba's first drill. It's the shortest honeymoon period we've ever seen at this point. At the moment, this honeymoon period, it feels like the type of honeymoon where the groom didn't turn up for the wedding. And so they've gone on the honeymoon anyway and are just crying, trying to pretend that everything's fucking great. Oh, it's fantastic. I love all the extra space I'm getting in the bed. I'm so lonely. Gove has also come out and has said that he is determined to continue to speak out against any Truss policy he does not agree with, to do what is right for the country. Now, Michael Gove, like all Tory MPs, will claim shit like this constantly. Like, I'm doing it for the good of the country. You know, where the fuck were you then in all of the other years when awful shit was happening? Because the cuts Truss are doing now is just an extension of austerity. That's all it is. It's a continuation of austerity. And I may be wrong, but I'm quite sure that Gove was in government during austerity. I don't remember him saying much then. Because all of these, and this actually comes from the major aspect of an argument that Rory Stewart, ex-Tory MP, likes to make with regards to, if you look up an MP's voting record. And he always likes to say you can't judge an MP based on their voting record because you have the three-line whip. And the whip is there to make sure that you vote in a particular way. Otherwise, you lose the whip. You don't lose money. You just lose the resources of the party. Now, if you are only voting for something to keep the whip, then I argue that you are still able to be judged based on that voting. So Gove now coming out and saying, well, now I'm doing what's right for the country, suggests that he hasn't been doing anything right for the country for the last fucking 11, 12 years. Of course I was going to ask him why he fucking voted for austerity all those fucking times. But that's it. He doesn't care. Now he gets to have a bit of fun. He knows he's not going to become fucking PM. He's probably off partying at some times, got a hangover. What am I going to do today? I know, I'm going to fucking go after Liz Truss, get myself some attention again. Nothing that he says is of import at all, at any point. Never has been, never fucking will be. What other news have we got? China and India have joined a global outcry to call for de-escalation on Putin being a total cunt, bombing Kiev, which is fucking backward little shit. There's no fucking... It's the same. Every day is pretty much the same fucking news. So what we have to do is have to find news that isn't every day. We've got protesters accused of £100,000 worth of damage and that is after allegedly pouring milk on the carpet of a London department store. So everything fine, you know. Imagine a protest that doesn't cause any damage. What a fucking pointless exercise that would be. I'm not saying go out and do damage, but Christ on a bike, like if you got protesters who are doing a bit of damage, that's a fucking protest, isn't it? That's what it's all about. You can't be there all having tea and crumpets, going, oh, we really want to make a change, because they won't listen. They never have listened. Your only time to listen is to make sure that they have a fucking reason to listen. That's why strikes work. Because strike, you can't. If you had a strike that was just there going, we want more money, but we're not going to stop working, that's not going to make any fucking difference, is it? You have to stop working so that you have a chance. You need some power. You need something a bit on top for it. More on Putin. Couldn't give a toss. It's not my fucking place. I'm not going to solve or add anything fucking different to Putin's madness, am I? It's barbaric, it's awful. We need to find a way to fucking stop it, but we're going to listen to fucking Elon Musk? Is that the fucking way we're going to go forward? Listen to that loony cunt going along and suggesting that that Ukraine surrender, which is crazy. Now, why don't you give them everything that they want, and then why don't you be impartial, and then everything's fine? Because you can't bow down to Russia, can you? Everyone keeps on treating fucking Elon Musk like he's a fucking genius as well, going to space. Like what, 70 years after we first went to space, all impressive. Someone making a fucking baked Alaska. Oh, well done to you. More on Truss lose. How long has Truss got left? What, fucking 35 minutes? There's a part of me that does think that Truss only came in to make Boris Johnson look competent. And she hasn't managed it, by the way. I don't want to hear any of this stuff going, well, all of a sudden, Boris Johnson looks good. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't in any way, shape or form. He still looks like a harrowing, corrupt piece of human waste that seemingly is a fucking turd wrapped in some... It's like a shit Ferrero Rocher. That's all he is. Made from fucking turds and peanuts. There's more pressure on Liz Truss over the benefits policy mounting up, because it turns out that a charity is running out of food after 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and this is a food bank running out of food. Food banks are wrong. Food banks are awful. There's no plus to food banks, because it shows that society's fucked. The moment you got food banks, society's in trouble. You're there waiting for fucking food. It's the type of thing that we'd have rock concerts about for supposed third world fucking countries. And the IFS have also come out, Institute of Fiscal Studies, has said that public spending is going to have to face 60 billion cuts in an attempt to balance the book with Kwasi Kwarteng's. I don't want to call it a budget, because it's not a budget. You can't call it a budget if it's there just to fuck everyone, is it? You need a new name for it, like a fucking S&M party, Because it does feel like we're in the middle of, for the past 12 years, we've been embroiled in some domination submission act with the government, where we've all collectively forgotten what the fucking safe word is, so we're there shouting out words randomly, hoping that we accidentally trip over the fucking safe word so they stop. But where's the cuts going to come from? Austerity, 12 years, we have had pretty much constant cuts. Cuts. There's nothing left in the cake at that point. And so, what more are we going to be able to cut? Unless we start chopping people's fucking legs off under them, I see nothing else to cut. There's nothing. tax rich people. It's not a difficult concept. They must, like, energy companies must have, like, the original manifesto that Liz Truss wrote when she was a member of the Lib Dems, that said fucking kill the royals, burn Tories, and fucking stab owls. And they must be holding that over, because I can't see any other reason why you're not going, well, you're making all of this fucking money, why don't we take some off of you? The markets are sceptical over Truss's plans, which isn't fucking surprising. Every time that you hear her speak, you wonder what the fuck's going on. She reminds me of a startled flamingo cosplaying sentience. So every time I see her, Any other major news? The inquiry. There's going to be an inquiry. There's going to be a public spending watchdog will investigate the government's so-called Festival of Brexit after visitor numbers were less than 1% of early targets. I mean, that is a wonderful metaphor for the success of Brexit, isn't it? Everything offered and then 1% of people fucking turn up for what they claim. Jesus Christ. You couldn't have written a better fucking a better metaphor than that. It's on the button. That is beautiful. Foreign student crackdown ineffective. Couldn't give a fuck. Just more bigotry on our side, isn't it? Just more bigotry. How to get the best deal when remortgaging your home doesn't affect me, as I am 34, so I do not own a home. And as of yesterday, government's plan to limit solar development on farmland. It would be cheaper and kinder to go door to door and slit the throats of every child, because the current plan on fucking destroying the world is taking far too long. Well, I think that's enough for today. 12 minutes, 13 minutes is more than enough. Have a good one.